Hello everyone and welcome to another video on Tutorials Point with Ms.Richa. Today under the Hospitality Management module, we will talk about hospitality as a service industry. Well, we have spoken about this in the earlier modules as well, that hospitality is one of the most engaging and most powerful service industry all across the globe today. So we will in this module study how hospitality is a part of the service industry. So let's see what is there on the agenda today for us. We will talk about the role of service in the hospitality industry, do's and don'ts in the service industry, exceeding expectations of the customers, customer relationship management from a hospitality point of view, and recovery from service failures in case you goof up somewhere. How do you recover from your services? So let's start by talking about the role of service in hospitality. Well, hospitality is all about going out there and really touching the lives of your clients or your guests who are coming into your hotel. So let's take a look at this. Service in the hospitality industry is the level of assistance provided by the hotel staff to facilitate the purchase by the client. Any client or guest who's coming into your hotel is paying lots and lots of money to have a pleasurable stay in your hotel, and hence it becomes absolutely essential for the hotel staff to give only and only the best of service and assistance to your guest. It also encompasses a raft of efforts hotel makes in order to give a pleasant customer experience for your guest. So there's a lot of effort which goes into running a particular hotel, and everyone has to be absolutely service oriented by always having a smile on their face. Well, somebody very well known as Mr. Tim Chester said it once that the focus of entertaining is to impress others. However, the focus of true hospitality is by serving others. And service comes from the word serve, which means to help others or assist others. This is one of the most noblest cause which anyone on this earth can actually be doing. By serving people, you are getting so many good deeds onto yourself. Let's look at certain do's and don'ts in the service industry. If you want to be a part of the hospitality industry or the hotel industry, you need to have certain do's and don'ts in mind. So certain do's are, you need to respect your guest or your customer. You need to be very honest. Even if you have made any mistake, it's always a good thing to own up and be honest about it. Take responsibilities, take ownership and accountability for your actions. Express your gratitude. Well, gratitude is all about saying thank you, which you can never ever have enough of. In a hotel industry or hospitality industry, it's always a good idea to say as much thank you as you can. That really brings a big lot of difference in front of your guests. Now let's look at certain don'ts which you are absolutely asked to stay away from. These are your red marks and you should never go near them. Certain don'ts in hospitality is you need not complicate things. Keep things simple and to the point. The more you complicate things for your guest, the more you will get into a long drawn controversies. Don't get angry. Well, in a hospitality industry, you can never ever be angry. You always have to have a smile on your face, even if you are dealing with a very irritating and angry customer. You cannot show your anger. However, it's important to always have a smile on your face. Never ever ignore people. No guest or customer likes to be ignored, and hence never do that. Complaints are always going to come your way, be it from your employees or from the staff or even from the guest. You have to make sure that you do not get into a complaining mode. So rather, instead of being reactive, be proactive about it. These are certain don'ts for people who are working in a service industry. Now let's look at exceeding expectations. When you wow your guest, when you give them a delightful service, they are bound to come back to your hotel or your hospitality again and again. So let's take a look at it. Send a thank you note and ask for feedback. Always ask for feedback from people because that helps you to improve your services. Develop a hospitality mentality, and wow, that's a rhyming word, hospitality mentality. So you need to always have a mentality of being of service to people and assisting and helping them. Certain other exceeding expectations are creating and reinforcing your customer service mantra. As a hospitality industry, it's important to understand you need to have your own customer service mantra. So always reinforce it and keep saying it to yourself again and again. Don't just try to be a rock star, be rock solid. It's not easy being a part of hospitality industry, hence you need to be very, very rock solid. Create rules that are customer focused rather than being operational focused. A lot of times you might be pulled into direction, whether you want to be customer focused or you want to be operationally wise focused. Well, as a customer, you always have to give them only the good service. So you do not have to think about your standard operating procedures, rather keep it simple and to the point. Customer relationship management is all about how you manage and retain your customers. So customer relationship management is an approach to manage a customer's interaction with your current and your potential customers. How do you deal with them, how do you retain them, and how do you really go a step beyond or a mile beyond in order to keep them with you. There are certain ways in which you can handle your customer relationships better. Such are some CRM techniques or thoughts which I would like to share with you. Always make sure you have satisfied customers. Satisfaction is of the greatest concern. Loyalty of your customers is important and hence have loyalty cards for them. Service them in the absolute best of manner. Always try to improve your services. Reliability is something that every customer wants. So trust will come only when reliability will come. Remarket yourself. A lot of emphasis needs to be given on marketing, so try and do a lot of remarketing as well. Quality is always good over quantity, and support, always make sure that you get the support of your people, your internal as well as your external clients. Well, recovery from service failures. What if you goof up somewhere, or what if you give a bad service or are not able to handle an irate customer? What do you do in that case is you need to do something known as recovery paradox or recovery from failure. Welcome and encourage complaints by asking them to complain, because that is something that you will want to overcome. So welcome complaints, act quickly on those complaints which have come in, treat your customers fairly. And that's very important. Don't think it's his mistake or your mistake. Treat them fairly. Learn from a lost customer, somebody who has left your hospitality and gone to some other hotel or industry. You need to understand why they have done so. So always learn from your mistakes and have foolproof services. Any service which has to be completely foolproof is something that you should be striving for. Well friends, this was a very nice module which I have taught you on hospitality, and I hope you have liked it and enjoyed watching our video. Keep liking, keep subscribing, and do leave in your comments in case you have any feedback for us. Thank you very much for listening to us.